What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the St. Thomas Dynasty here on NCAA 14. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and today we are right back at home taking on the FIU Golden Panthers. They're currently 0-1. We got a 2-0 record going for us right now. Let's see if we can make it 3-0. As you know, it should be a really good one either way, so if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as well as smash that like button for me as well, as that really helps me out. Now, let's see if we can pull this thing off against FIU. So we'll pick things up here with FIU's offense, because for our offensive unit, we couldn't spell it, so we went 3-0 on the first drive. As Polk is going to take it up the middle and meet Antoine Black, who does take him for a little bit of a ride. The true freshman does eventually make the tackle though, but still for a gain of 7. As we'll move forward, 3rd and 4, gonna throw to Matt Wesley over on the left-hand side, but is tackled to the ground eventually by Kevin Carter, still picking up that first down. As now, 1st and 10, going to Matt Wesley again, who takes a couple guys with him, but is able to eventually make the tackle though. As now we got a 3rd and 6. Can we finally get a 3rd down stop here? I would definitely love to see that, make them settle for a field goal. As I'll go to Matt Wesley again, but it's way short. Jared Odom there to make the tackle, and FIU is going to have to settle for the field goal. As we'll move forward, St. Thomas's offense now takes the field. The first time they were out here, they did go 3 and out, and we should get some more success right away, as Antoine Johnson does run for our first down of this game. As now, 2nd and 9. Going to Isaiah Thomas. He breaks a tackle. He's only got one more man to beat. That's a safety. And he can't break the tackle, but he is brought down at the 5-yard line, though. Time to turn this into points, though, as Johnson looking around, trying to make something happen. Going for the end zone, but he can't. He fumbles the ball, and FIU is going to recover it. And so a great opportunity lost to put points on the board. And now the Panthers will take over. Couple plays later, 3rd and 6 for the Golden Panthers of Florida International, as quarterback number 12 Byers sets to drop back. He's going to throw short to Leslie, but does pick up the first down easily, as Zaire Hill tries to make the tackle, but was taken for a little bit of a ride as well. Hopefully we have better luck though this time around, as we now face a 3rd and 11. They try to run a halfback screen, but Buster Porter does smell that out, and now they'll have to punt this ball away, as we now have it back in St. Thomas hands. You know, first couple of drives have not been very ideal, but we can still turn this thing around though, as Kajaye Boyd, he almost breaks a tackle, get out of there, but unfortunately he does get brought down eventually for a gain of 8. So now, 2nd and 2, dropping back the pass, it's Antoine Johnson finding Alex Garcia over the left-hand side, able to turn that into a cool 15-yard gain on the play. As Johnson continues to move his troops forward, getting it to Adrian Allen this time, who does make the catch and is brought down not too long after. Still a nice gain of 14 yards, as the Tommies do enter the red zone now, trying to make something happen, trying to get it to Isaiah Thomas, but it's off the mark. And now the Tommies face a 3rd and 6. Go try to call a curl routes concept. See if we can get Alex Garcia open on the left-hand side. We do! And the corner decides to try to dive for the deflection, and it cost them dearly, as Alex Garcia was practically able to walk into the end zone. And for the first time today, St. Thomas does take the lead. As now we got 2 seconds left here in the first quarter. The final play of the opening frame, as it's a play action screen to the right hand side. Billy Mitchell eventually comes in from behind to make the tackle. Will Barrow makes a catch for 22 though, regardless, as that does end the first quarter of play for this game, and St. Thomas does enjoy a nice 7-3 lead. So the start is definitely a lot easier than what we experienced in the Georgia State game last week, as now Byers is set to throw, but he gets sacked by Antoine Black. That is all that is a covered sack right there if I've ever seen it. As quarterback had time to make a sandwich if he wanted to, but it simply did not happen, as there's Pollock in the field, but he's brought down before the first down marker. But there is a flag on the play. It looks like there's clipping on the offense, so we'll still go ahead and decline the penalty, as they do have to punt it away once again. So an opportunity for us to really make this a 2-score game. Haven't really done that much in the past couple of weeks, as Coley, he's on the outside with only a man to beat, tries to juke him out of his shoes, but is still brought down regardless. A 35-yard gain, as now the Tommies are suddenly across midfield, trying to get to Alex Garcia the next play, but it's broken up by Brooks Hawkins, making a nice jump on the ball. So here we go, 3rd and 6. Let's see what they come up here. Johnson gonna throw to Kajaye Boyd, who just gets across the first down marker. Didn't have much time to get upfield, but did just enough to continue to move these chains. And it's a fresh set of downs for the Tommies as we throw to Garcia now. He's tackled in the open field, but it's a 16-yard gain for him. We're now in the red zone as we're looking to get our 2nd touchdown of the day, as Johnson looking over to Thomas, as Thomas gets pancaked like a sandwich, but still picks up the 9-yard gain on the play. Only need 1 more yard here to pick up the first, but we're thinking end zone here, as Coley, he's going to dive forward and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tommies! As Lucas Coley is able to roll over a couple of defenders and get into the end zone for us regardless. Now your Tommies have a 14-3 lead. Couple of plays after the touchdown, we have a 2nd and 11 coming up, as they do throw it short over to star running backs Jordan Pollock, who does pick up the 8 yards there, leaving a 3rd and short. Would love to get these guys off the field quickly if we can make that dream happen, as Pollock, he's going to go ahead and take the handoff, but we can't. Nobody could get there in time, as Jesus Shuttleworth was there to make the tackle eventually. But FIU keeps their drive alive though, but it's brought back immediately, as Antoine Black once again gets another sack on this guy. Already sack number 2 on the day. This man's been unstoppable, and so is Joe Henry. Interception. Able to bring it back to the 35-yard line, as Joe Henry, man, I believe that's his 3rd interception in the last 2 games. And it sets up the Tommies with phenomenal field position as we're going into the final couple of minutes of this first half. Let's see if we can take advantage of the field position, as Johnson is going to take the run up the middle off the read option, faking it to Lucas Coley and picking up the first. Next play, this time we will go to Coley. No cap here, as now Coley takes it up the gut for another first down, nearly basically a goal line situation here. We're in the last few yards before we get into his end zone. Let's see if we can get in here, as Isaiah Thomas drops the pass. That was a touchdown right there. And now we'll need Coley to pick up this 1 inch, try to go outside the box a little bit. Coley going to the outside, just does enough to get the first down. And now we truly do have a 1st and goal situation, as we're going to try to run a little time off this clock for the end of this first half. And Rashad Bird makes the grab, getting hit in the process, but still making the catch regardless. And now your Tommies will hold a 21-3 lead going into halftime. Looking really good. This is the best we've played all season so far for sure. Moving on to the second half, as FIU will start with the ball to begin the 3rd quarter. Byers will hand it off to Pollock, who is going to go to the outside and eventually be brought down by Joe. Looks like Billy Mitchell there to make that tackle. And now 2nd and 1. This time Byers is going to keep it. Horn is able to bring him down, but does not do enough to prevent the first. Chains will continue to move for now, as FIU will continue to move into their no-huddle offense. No huddles, you know, they're a blessing and a curse sometimes, but right now it's a little bit of a curse if our guys are a little bit tired coming out of the second half. And it's showing right here, as Byers has an open lane. Only Kevin Carter could do something. He's blocked, and nobody can catch Byers. Dylan Byers able to make a huge scamper to the end zone, as now that is the first time the FIU Panthers have been able to get into the end zone all day today. Wow. So let's see what our offense can respond with, though, as we open with our first possession to start the second half. Johnson's going to scramble to the right-hand side. Doesn't like what he sees. He's going to go ahead and scramble upfield. But there's a penalty on the play, though, as it looks like it's clipping in the back by St. Thomas. It's going to cost us some major yards, as now we got 2nd and 12. Going to throw to Thomas, who does make up for it. Pick up the first down. Twice as many yards needed for the first down. Matter of fact, as Thomas, besides that penalty, having a great game. 4 catches for 95 yards. So we'll go to Boyd, who does get, hit immediately. And now we got 2nd and 10. See what Lucas Coley can do here on the screen. It's looking good. Can we get the blocking? The blocking was solid, but couldn't get past that other fellow. And now it leaves us in a 3rd and short. Gonna go with Coley once again. Did most of the work here on this, drive for sure. As Coley does pick up the first down. It gives us the 100-yard threshold for running yards for today. And it keeps the drive alive. So now 1st and 10. Coley throwing quickly over to St. Thomas, actually. A gain of 6. That puts him over the 100-yard mark as an individual. You definitely love to see that. As now 2nd and 4. Johnson going to scramble. Going to throw it to Jamie Smith. And if he was able to get more under that ball, lead him upfield, that could have been a touchdown. But it's still a very good game for the Tommies, as now 2nd and goal. Almost in the end zone right away, but Kajaye Boyd is brought down. Looks like right at the 1-inch line, actually. That's pretty insane. So now we only need 1 more inch. Gotta reward Boyd for the hard run he did on the last play. And he's able to get in, no problem whatsoever. As Kajaye Boyd in the end zone once again. St. Thomas now holds a 28-10 lead. And this is also coming out of a 3 and out. So this game could definitely get very out of control very quickly. Shoot, man, if we get lucky, maybe we'll be able to get the backups in, sometime in this 4th quarter, depending on how these next couple of minutes go. As Johnson looking, getting to Rashawn Bird, who takes a shot as soon as he turns upfield, but still hangs on to that ball, man. Gain of 18. As now, Johnson looking, he's going to throw to Lucas Coley. Nice check down. It's a gain of 6 on that one. Smart play by Antoine Johnson to not force that pass. Definitely love the progression that he's been feeling. As they now have a 3rd and 1, just need this yard here. As Coley's able to find it, get just enough. Essentially a 1st and goal coming up, as we're now on this 10-yard line. See if we can make this a 35-10 game here, as Johnson dropping back. Gonna try to get the Bird, who makes a huge grab, actually. Nice, very athletic play. Unfortunately had to leave the ground. It kind of stopped his momentum a little bit. But it's all good, though, as Antoine Johnson gets into the end zone with absolute ease, going for Kajaye Boyd. As Johnson able to stroll right in. And now your Tommies hold a 35-10 lead here late in this 3rd quarter. And now, let's see if we can keep his defensive dominance up, and we sure can. As Buster Porter gets into his backfield once again. Let's get these 4s up, man. 1 quarter to go, up by 25 points, man. Let's see if we can put the hammer in FIU's hopes and dreams. So here we go. 2nd and 16. First play of the 4th quarter. As Dylan Byers dropping back. He's got some time. He gets out of pressure and somehow gets that ball off to Anderson off the back foot. If that is not Heisman cheese, I don't know what that is. No one should be able to make that throw unless they're Patrick Mahomes, which this team surely does not have. And they take advantage of the cheese, as Kevin Carter gets he gets beat badly on that play, and now they cut this thing down to 3 possessions. So means we can't leave our foot off the gas pedal yet. As we'll go over to St. Thomas now. He's able to pick up the first down with ease. But yeah, man, we just can't we got to keep our foot on the gas pedal. This game is not over yet. I have seen crazier things happen for sure on my YouTube channel, as Isaiah Thomas makes another catch here for a gain of 7 on that one. As here we go, 2nd and 3. Coley taking it to the left-hand side, picking up another first and a little bit more than that. You know, also want to get some time off the clock. The clock is still very much on our side, and you definitely love to see that for sure. As we gotta make those catches though, as Bird was thinking about going upfield, but it still leads to a drop pass regardless. As for some reason decides to keep Kajaye Boyd on the field to play a quarterback. I definitely did not authorize it. It kind of happens sometimes on some of these read options. So we take a loss of 4, and it's nothing that we could have done without unless we wanted to burn a timeout, which I also didn't want to do. But we do pick up the first down though, as Bird levels a defender. Could have tried to get around him, but I guess he's just trying to make a point, you know, at this juncture of the ball game. As we have a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Johnson going to Bird, and he drops the pass again. Another drop for Rashad Bird. It's now 2nd and 10 as Johnson going on the read option, going up the middle, and nearly picks up the first down. They're going to mark him just shy. Shouldn't have any problems picking up that additional inch though. This read option should take care of the trick, as Coley going to try to go field, and he's immediately brought down. So we will have to settle for a field goal here, as FIU does need a miracle. They're down by 3 possessions, and there's only 4 minutes left in this ball game. So they'll go to Washington, get out of bounds, at least temporarily stops the clock, but they have to get moving quickly. Can't be wasting much time, as Pollock able to get this first down somehow. Breaking tackles, stiff-arming defenders. You can tell this is a man that is still trying to win. He's certainly not going to give up just yet, as Burrell does make the tackle, or makes the catch, I should say. And we get these guys to a 3rd and 5. Let's see if we can end their hopes and dreams right now, as he's brought down. Looks like he tripped over one of his linemen. It's a loss of 4 yards, and they have to go for it here. If they don't get this, it's essentially going to be over. It's 4th and 9. Dylan Byers going over to Kevin Carter, who deflects the pass. He could have had a pick. And that's how this thing's going to end, man. We come out with a huge win here today. Just showing some real defensive dominance, against FIU here in non-conference plays. And your Tommies will improve to 3-0 on this young season. You love to see it. Checking out the scoring summary for our guys, though, and it was a dominating game for us from start to finish. Won every single quarter except the 4th quarter. We only lost 7-6, but by then the game was already pretty much decided at this point. Just looking really good as a team. Digging into the individual stats, though, Antoine Johnson had another fantastic game. 23 for 32, 304 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Although he did fumble the ball once again at the goal line, cost us a score. But, Lucas Coley had a great day, 106 yards and a touchdown. Johnson was able to get into the end zone on the ground as well. And then Kajaye Boyd, he had a few carries, but also, had a touchdown as well. Receivers today were led by Isaiah Thomas, who had 7 catches for 120 yards today, but did fail to get into the end zone. Rashad Bird, our slot receiver, was able to get in, though, 6 catches for 66. Same thing with Alex Garcia, our complement to Isaiah Thomas. He had 3 catches for 48 yards. Also, quick shout out to Jarrell Bullock, who had 5 pancakes today. He was working at the Pancake House out on that field today. This defense, though, was absolutely brutal on this FIU offense. Tyler Graham led the squad in tackles with 6 total tackles, followed by Antoine Black with 5, as a true freshman, by the way. But not only that, but he had 3 sacks today, which did tie the school record, was just 1 short. Guy definitely has a lot of potential on this team. Same with Buster Porter, who had 3 solo tackles and a TFL today. We also forced 1 turnover today, thanks to Joe Henry, got the only turnover for St. Thomas today. It did lead to another touchdown in the second half, or at least in the second quarter. Doesn't really matter when I got it, But, you know, the team played really well today, and I'm really happy for them. We also get some positive news on the recruiting front, as Ross Green and Christian Toth both do decide to commit to St. Thomas for Season 8. Two very highly regarded recruits on our recruiting board. We're glad to have them. But, you know, we got a lot of guys ready to come in as well. You know, we got guys such as Robert Johnson, Kevin Gorman, Willie Hood, Victor Kirk, and Jared Nash, all ready to come and visit. So we're going to make sure we're going to bring them in over the next couple of weeks. Next episode, we will go on the road to go up against the Indiana Hoosiers, you know, who are a decent team, but they are a Big Ten, and Kurt Herbstreit is going to roll with them. But, you know, we can go ahead, and go and prove them wrong, because we have been playing extremely well so far this season, and I'm trying to get to 4-0 and keep that thing rolling. So, guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure you smash that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel if you happen to be brand new. This is John J. Gavin on the mic, coming at you guys with another video for next time. Take care, everybody.